Hey guys, episode 3. So right now we're going to talk about terracotta versus your regular plastic nursery pot. And a lot of people ask me why I choose terracotta for my rare plants over ceramic or just a regular nursery pot. And I'm going to kind of dive into it a little bit and tell you my personal preference when it comes to the two. So here we have two Syngoniums, both albo. So I have one in terracotta and I have one in the regular nursery pot. For me, I feel like whenever you hold back water from your plant grows a little bit more, and that's just something that I think in my head. Also for me, I don't ever want to overwater a rare plant, especially if it's the mother plant, because I don't want to ruin or lose the whole thing. So when it comes to terracotta, if you don't know, terracotta actually pulls out the water faster. So it's very hard to, it's still possible, but very hard to overwater a plant in terracotta. So these two plants side by side, I'm probably watering this plant 3 times as often as I am watering this plant, because this pot takes out the water faster. With that being said, it's also taken out a lot of like the nutrients that your soil needs. So you do need to give your plant more nutrients, rather it's fertilizer, rather it's like worm castings, rather it's additives, whatever you give to your plant on like a monthly basis, you might have to do twice a month with this one. Again, that's just my recommendation. But also, I just like the way that it looks. Some people don't like the way it looks, but I feel like for me, I just think that it looks kind of cool, and I like having all of my plants in terracotta. I don't go bigger than like an 8-inch terracotta pot though, because, well, that's a lie, I do. But I feel like it's a lot, and when it breaks, it's so much more noticeable. I do still like the nursery pot. I'll even like sometimes put these inside of the terracotta, but I just do that for my own personal, I guess, gain or value, if you will. But I do recommend that people use terracotta just because you don't have to worry about overwatering. If you normally overwater your plants, or if you're giving a plant to someone who doesn't really know how to water plants, or maybe you have a friend that waters their plants every day or every other day, I would start giving them plants in terracotta. That way their plants aren't being overwatered. Also, you can find terracotta with drainage and without drainage. I recommend any plant you get to have drainage. Or you could also do something like in a cash po vibe. And a lot of people ask me, what does that mean? I'm gonna show you right now. So I'm gonna put these down and I'm gonna grab another pot without drainage and show you what I mean, and an idea for you guys to use when you get home, or when you're home. Maybe you're home. You know what I mean. So this right here is what I mean by a cash po plant. So from the naked eye, you would never know that this plant is not potted. You would also never know that this plant does not have drainage. But I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't have drainage and it's not potted. So all you do with the cash po pot is you find a vase or a planter that doesn't have any drainage, and all you have to do is keep your plant in the nursery pot, put it inside, take care of your plant. Water your plant. If there's excess water, go ahead and hold your plant, pour the excess water out of there. Or if you are a bottom water person, you can pour the water in there, drop your plant in there, let it soak it up, pour out the excess water. So both work very well. With this one here, just make sure that you're pouring the water out of it. But also when you're watering your plants like that, the humidity and the perspiration from it being water inside will also help your leaf growth and help them unravel a little bit easier. So that's a few tips for you on pots without drainage, and also terracotta pots. Or you could even just leave your plants inside of a nursery pot. There's also little hint baskets out there that you could do. I saw this one lady, I think Plantarina actually, she would actually tape things or glue things around the nursery pot to make them look decorative as well. So there's so many things that you could do if you do not want to leave it in the nursery pot or put it in a pot. You could do terracotta if you overwater too much, or like I said before, a cash po, or like I just said, make your pot a decorative pot by gluing something around it, material. You could paint it. You could even paint the terracotta or the regular ceramic as well. So those are a few ideas for you. Hopefully this episode was helpful for you. Stay tuned for episode 4.